Alright guys, today I want to talk about putting your dog over a threshold. What does putting your dog over threshold mean? It means if your dog has a fear of a stimulus, or not even just fear, but say like they're reactive and they want to get to it either out of fear or excitement or anything. Once your dog is exposed to that stimulus too long, they'll go what's called over threshold. So, you take it off her. So when that happens, you're going to lose pretty much all communication. Your dog can shut down, avoid you, all that kind of stuff. So she does that. When I take her far and like her stimulus is high levels of traffic and like loud vehicles, motorcycles, and even in our basement, if she hears a motorcycle, she'll get up, pace, and move. It's just an automatic response. So that would be, boom, she reached her threshold right then and there. Now she has to respond. How does she respond? She responds by get up, pacing, taking her mind off it for a second. That's her coping mechanism. So what do I have to do? I have to teach her new coping mechanisms. One of the things we've been doing is working our way closer to the main streets. We go back to the quiet, calm neighborhood, not a problem. We go up to Dundalk Avenue where it's a lot of traffic. They got wide load vehicles coming down from the port. They got motorcycles flying up and down. She can't handle it. But to come to this park, come here, Sabrina, come. Stay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good girl. Come here. Come. Yes. Very good job. Very good job. Yeah. All right, let's go. Heel. Serena. Good. So, where was I? So for her, getting over to this park is a bit of a challenge. We have to cross Dundalk Avenue. So what do? I usually will put her in a heel, or at least make sure she's nice and calm first. I won't drag her. I'll drop the leash. Now, I wouldn't say to do this unless you know your dog ain't going to go far from you. She's got, not separation anxiety, but she's pretty dependent on me because of the way we've had to live over the last year. So I know she'll follow me. So she doesn't want to go down the road because she knows we're going to go cross that. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll walk down the alley, and then it's your decision to come, come to me. Let her think it through. Let her work it out. I'm not forcing her. So she'll run down to me, catch up to me. I'll grab her leash, and I'll be like, all right, come on, let's go. I'll let her go. Let her kind of pull for a little bit if that's what she needs to do. I'm not going to put a lot of stress on her. We can reverse the criteria later. So I can add like, okay, I want you to heel in this high intensity area. Come on, let's go. Good. Just keep getting distracted. So what I do is once we get across there, and then we get over to here, she's out of her threshold. She's good. The panic is settled. The traffic is not as loud. We're back in another nice neighborhood. So then she's calm. So I didn't put her over her threshold for long. Just long enough for her to cope. Just do her shakes, do her licks. Just kind of tune shit out. Maybe do a sniff or two here. Just keep moving forward. Pull a little bit, but like I said, that's fine for now. And that's only in high threshold areas. As you could see a minute ago, she's pretty well good. When she's below that threshold, when she's not freaking out, when she's not panicking, she's not feeling fear or anxiety because of the loud noises. Come on. So if you have your dog over threshold, that's okay, but you have to have a duration. You can't do it for too long because then your dog's going to just shut down. They're just going to say, all right, I'm done, and that's going to impact your relationship, which I accidentally did. Way back when, thinking, okay, maybe if I just, power through it, push it through it some more, blah, 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 blah. But then there'd be days where we're like, all right, we got to go to a client. I need her as a demo. And we kind of rush. We rush there. Not thinking, okay, that's setting her in a panicky rushy state. Okay, what are we doing? Why are we moving this fast? All right, let's go. And then my energy's rubbing off on her. So we switch things up. Now we just do only structured walks, which that's good. Lets the dog know that they're, what to expect. So when you're not grabbing that leash, they're not like, oh shit, where are we going now? What are we doing now? They're not wondering, hey, they're like, oh, okay, I know. We're probably gonna go in the morning. We'll go for this walk around a certain path. All right, cool. And what that also does is it takes the pressure off the dog and having to make decisions. They're like, okay, I know this route. Dad has this. So if I say, hey, come here, heel. We're walking by a fence. There's a crazy dog. All right, cool. I'll come heel. No problem. So that the dog trusts in you, focuses on you, and doesn't make their own decisions. So structured walk is really helpful for that. And then it also doesn't put your dog under a lot of stress, whereas if you're going, all right, we're going a different path. Now the dog's going to be like, okay, where are we? Let me sniff. Let me figure this out. Let me look around. Okay? Observe everything. And then if they're fearful or anxious, like she is a little bit, of certain things, then they're going to be even more, that drive is going to be even more focused. She loves this park. This is her favorite park. I usually take my bike and we'll ride all the way around. So now also another thing is you want to watch your surroundings. So this guy coming down, if he just came out of nowhere and she didn't see him, she would run out of here and bark and react. That's German Shepherd, this breed. So you startle them, they're gonna react. Now she's not gonna run up and bite him, but she might bark out. So what I would do is he's coming. Brina, come. Sit. You didn't sit, but you let him go by. Let's go. Sit. Very good. I have her e-collar on, just a safety precaution. I don't light her up like a Christmas tree. I honestly don't even have to use the little buzz. And she goes way too far, which she doesn't these days. I honestly only had to do it, twice? And that was here, when she tried to go back down that road, which leads to Industrial Park. And that's literally like one of them trick gums. So your friend's like, here, you want a piece of gum? And you grab it, and then you feel that little shock in your finger. It's not even that. It's like half of that. I only had to use that twice. But what I use is the vibration. I'll press this. Come! And vibrate. And the vibration, the pressure goes off when she comes to me. Yes. And then I pay her. Good girl. Very good. All right. Then I release her. So even when you're out like this, you want to keep it controlled and keep it structured. And a game that we played when we got here was engage and disengage. So there were a couple dogs here before we got here. Everybody was just finishing up their walk. One was walking by us. As I put her e-collar on, I had her sit. Guy would walk by with his dog. She'd look, give a slight buzz, say, look at me. She didn't look. She'd look up, boom, reward. Let her look at the dog again. You can watch him go by. You can see that. It's no problem. Or she's not reacting. She stayed in a sit. Watch the dog go by. I say, look. She look again. Cool, reward. After like 2 times of doing that, maybe I had to push the vibrate for like 1 split second. She didn't need to do it anymore. Second I say, look. She look. Do that about 4 times. Then we disengage all together. I say, okay, go break. Goes the opposite way of the dog. So what I'm telling her there is, I'm communicating to her is, you can look at that. You can see this dog. You can watch. You can, all that stuff. But I don't want you reacting. I don't want you running after the dog. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to do that. See a dog? Cool. Okay. Hi, dog. Dad. Can I go see that dog? No, you cannot. Dad, what are we doing next? We're going this way. I need her to look up to me. So yeah, she's allowed to do her own thing for a little bit. Let's go. All right. Come on. I don't know what that is in there. Something. allowed to do her own thing, but the second I ask something of her, I expect it. It's fair. And if she complies, I will give her a reward. I got hot dogs and carrots in here. All high value. Kibble ain't gonna cut it here. Kibble might cut it at home or in your neighborhood, but for most dogs, high-driven dogs like German Shepherds, you come out here, you better have something good to pay them. Whether it's big love and attention or high-value treats, realistically, you're gonna need that. A lot of people out there go, oh, I shouldn't need treats all the time for my dog. All right, well then, when you're asking something from your dog, how's that fair? It ain't give, it's give and take. You can give, but then your dog's gonna look at you when you ask him to do something and be like, ugh, ugh. They might listen, but they have no want, they have no drive, they have no incentive to do it. If they look at you and you're like, come here, come back here, like, oh, I might get a treat. All right, let me go back to mom. Let me go back to dad. You don't have to give them a treat that time. But if you do, there's that opportunity, that chance, that small chance that there might be something for them. Because they know you usually have something on you. Good thought.